loved him discovering and trying to understand humans in the way that he could, and his frustration with humans and the way that we process. We are back for another Christian review of regular books, and today we are discussing All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is the first book in the Murderbot Diaries. Let's get into it. For those of you who haven't seen one of these videos before, here's how it's going to go down. First, I do my regular review, what you know and love to expect from a book review, my star rating, my personal opinion, all that sort of things. But then we get into my Christian review, and that's where I go over the basic pieces of a book that may or may not have a fellow believer or anyone wanting to read it. I do give a lot more information and any caveats at the video that's pinned to the top of the playlist, or you can click here somewhere and check it out for yourself. However, if you're still here, I also want to remind you to like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay up to date on all of the things happening on our channel, including me and my mom's podcast, The Journey We Share, and all of these Christian reviews. For now, if you're still here, let's go ahead and get into my regular review. I have been wanting to put these books on my list for so long because I've heard nothing but rave reviews from sci-fi readers about this book series. Now, all of them are little mini novellas and they're very quick and easy to read. They are fast-paced and interesting. They kind of are supposed to keep you engaged the whole time. On top of that, the Murderbot, or like the robot who is a part of the storyline, the main character in the storyline, is super sarcastic, witty, funny, great banter, and that is really enjoyable. I loved him discovering and trying to understand humans in the way that he could, and his frustration with humans and the way that we process. I thought it was very well done. It's a little bit lackluster in plot. There's not much that happens, and a lot of this first book is just getting to know the Murderbot himself or itself and the other characters that are in the story. However, now that I've read a lot more short stories since I originally read this, I'm wondering if it would be a different experience for me, because it is a different mindset when you read short stories. There are many other books in this series. I think there's like 8 or 9. So eventually I want to go through and read more of these. If you are someone who is interested in graphic audio, the graphic audio of this is really, really fun. You just can't do that as an immersive read because if you try to find it where it is in the book, it doesn't match up with the graphic audio. However, I still had a fantastic time reading this book, and I ultimately rated it 3.5 stars. If you want to see what I'm reading and rating in real time, you can do so by following me on Goodreads. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, and I do have my own YouTube channel, so if you're wanting more of my day-to-day, what I'm reading, rating, and doing with my life, click down below in the description box and you can check it all out for yourself. However, let's go ahead and get into my Christian review. The first category is smut or spice because it's popular and there's none, so we are good to go on that front. The second category is explicit language, and I don't have it in my notes that there was any explicit language. There may have been a few words here or there, but it was nothing that was so substantial I felt the need to write about it. The third and final category is violence or gore, and yes, it is a murder bot, so like that is in the name. There is some violence or gore, but it's again very minimal. We're talking 70 pages in a book, very easy to skip past, and I think it adds to the story. It doesn't take away. I think this book is great for anyone ages 13 and up. I think it's a very interesting sci-fi feel, and I really believe a lot of teenagers would probably enjoy this book. Please know that we don't want the conversation to end here. Leave us a comment down below and let me know if you've read the Murderbot Diaries yet or if you're interested. It is also a TV show, so let me know if you've watched the show yet. Or you can send us an email at hello@trokia.org. I cannot wait to see you on the next one.